Alrighty, had a question on rear end options for the 72 to 93 Dodge trucks with the LS swap, what you can do to beef them up, because this thing came with a slant 6, a 904, and an 8 1/4 inch rear end. What I found is it's super easy to swap a better axle into these. So this rear end is an 8 3/4 out of my 71 D100. It's still at home back in Texas in pieces. It is a direct bolt in. The spring perch is the same width. The overall width is the same. The back plate distance is the same. It bolts directly in. The only thing is, the spring perches are set up differently on this than the old D100s. I had to get 8-degree shims to get the pinion angle, or it wasn't extremely negative. So the pinion angle is good now. I think it's 2 or 3 degrees negative, but I had to put an 8-degree shim in it to get it to there. So straight up bolt in, and those D100s should all be pretty much the same from 64 to 71. The 64, I know my 63 Belvedere had weird castle nutted axle shafts, so just check on that before you get too carried away. And then for center sections, what you're probably going to want is either a 489 or preferably a 742. The 489s have crush sleeves, which you can delete. They make a kit for that, so you can use shims for setting up your ring and pinion. 742s already are set up for shims. This is a 489 housing, like I said, and it is on the lower part of the housing on the driver's side. It's on there. You might have to scrape the gunk off of it to read it. So 742 or 489. 741s aren't bad. Just make sure if you get too carried away, look to make sure you can get the gears you want, lockers, all that good stuff. I picked up the center section for this from a dude on Craigslist out of like Utah. He built it, put 391s in it for me and a locker with a 1350 yoke on it, and shipped it to me for $900. Shipped it to me in a 5-gallon bucket, and it works. So I was pleased with that because that stuff's expensive. It was the drop-in locker, not the big Detroit, but it works good. I haven't broken it yet. I think those are like $400. What else we got? Springs. These are the factory 83 Dodge springs. I took them apart, sandblasted them, got new the plastic spacers that go between the springs. I managed to find some of those, new clamps. Put it all back together, put poly bushings in it. I think I got the poly bushings from LMC. What else we got? Oh, so this bad girl's got 29 1450s on her now, which you've probably seen on my other video, and they fit. It's a wheel Ventex, the 63 series Mopar wheels. It's a 15 by 10 with a 5.5 inch back spacing. It fits, but man, it's close. I had to roll the fender lip a little bit. It does rub a little bit. Probably when the tires grow, I'll keep an eye on it, but it doesn't look bad at all. So there you go, a Monster 28 1450 with no wheel well modifications, 15 by 10 inch wheels that bolt right on. That's a win. Oh, the drive shaft is a drive shaft specialist out of San Antonio, Texas. They built this one for me and the one in Big Red, the blower truck. It wasn't cheap, but it is a 5-inch diesel rated with a 1350 rear yoke, U-joint, and a 1350 slip yoke for the 4L80. It was, I believe, shipped $689, which, it ain't bad. Drive shafts are freaking expensive to have one custom built. Worked good. They're easy to work with down there. We had a slight mess up in the dimensions when I sent them in, and he worked with me on that. We got it taken care of. Good folks to work with. So that's that. Drive shafts covered, rear end, tires, wheels. I think that's it. So that might be quicker and easier than trying to mod like an 8.8 or maybe a 9-inch to put underneath the back of your truck. Hope that helps. You guys have a good day.